I'm Taylor Barr, your midnight DJ. That was Break My Baby by Khalil. I'm Taylor Barr, your midnight DJ. And I bet you believe in climate change. I bet you look at the evidence that the so-called Earth provides us and interpret it as a negative sign. Hey, everything moves in 20-year cycles, dude. This so-called heat is gonna pass. Have you ever considered the possibility, nay, the fact, that the evidence is falsified? I'm not saying we can't trust scientists. I wholeheartedly believe in the capability of humans. I know that if we really put our heads together, we can figure out just about anything. Now, I'm not saying our instruments are wrong either. What I'm saying is that the Earth is lying to us. The Earth is as alive as the rest of us, and it's just upset that we're digging into it and taking its natural resources and draining it of any sort of biodiversity. What I'm saying is that the Earth is a big baby that doesn't know when it's lost. Well, hear me now, you dumb planet. Feel and understand my radio waves. You're conquered. We did it. We're literally everywhere. You can't get rid of humans, you absolute wipe. And so what? You heat it up? Oh, boo-hoo. Humans invented cooking, dude. This is where we do best. You can try your hardest to get us to leave, but there's always going to be people. Even if we have to be mole people who live underground and fight for light shafts, we're still going to be here. Up next, They're On to Me by Ari Hest. And after that, Waiting on a War by Foo Fighters. You just heard Where Have All the Cowboys Gone by Paula Cole. I'm Taylor Barr, your midnight DJ. You dare challenge me, the man who killed your father? Ha ha ha! You make me laugh, young one. Why don't you relax for a moment and let's discuss before you do anything rash? You've probably noticed by now that you have no choice in the matter. I have successfully removed your agency by freezing you in place with my mind. Do you even know why I killed your father? Had you ever considered why a man like me, someone so strong and powerful, would remove someone like him from this earth? Before you answer, I will just let you know. It was a gloomy day, and I was in a bad mood. Your father came up to me, rapping some nonsense about the end days and how I would need to repent if I were to pass on. Being of the curious type, I asked him what that meant. I asked him if I did not repent, would I never die? And he didn't seem to understand because he kept beatboxing and speaking on rhythm. It is offensive. I was upset, and he knew that I could tell that he could tell how negatively his rhymes affected me. I warned him that if he didn't step off, I would be forced to spit hot fire. And that is exactly what I did. Before he could finish his next sentence, I rapped so fast his head spun and he died. So I'm sorry, yeah, but he had it coming. Up next, Sanctuary by His Golden Messenger, and after that, Shake It Out by Florence and the Machine. You just heard Black by Pearl Jam. I'm Taylor Barr, your midnight DJ, and today was supposed to be a birthday. I had everything planned out, and they just sprung it on me that we're not throwing a party anymore. No, instead they're going to go out and have a small dinner with family. Without me. Can you believe that? I have slaved over the stove all day. The oven has been on since 8 in the morning. Granted, I did forget I had it on for part of that. They can't just kick me out like that. I spent so much money on food and gifts. We were going to have steaks for dinner and balaclava that I made from scratch for dessert. Authentic phyllo dough is really hard to find around these parts, so I had to try pretty hard here. And the gift, yeah. I bought Julia, this is about Julia, by the way. I bought Julia a jet ski. She doesn't know it yet, but I will be letting her know shortly in the form of a postcard from Jamaica because I sailed there on my jet ski. I cannot believe the nerve of that girl. Who does she think she is? We met over Facebook Messenger. A connection like that doesn't just fade away. Up next, Gold Rush by Death Cab for Cutie. And after that, Be Sweet by Japanese Breakfast. You just heard Redemption by Nathaniel Ratcliffe. I'm Taylor Barr, your midnight DJ. And it was windy last night. So windy, in fact, that the surrounding area of my house was assaulted, attacked by the aggressive nature of the movement of air. The buildings are fine, the apartments are still standing, but the nature of it has been severely hurt. It's disappointing to see a beautiful, natural monument such as a few trees be destroyed, which is close to what happened. In the dead of night, I heard a crack, like thunder outside my window or a whip in slow motion. It shook the house, reverberated through my bones, woke me up. I yelled, scared for my life. I didn't know what it was. And I continued to not know what it was until this morning, when I went outside and noticed that trees had been uprooted, ripped from the ground and tossed aside like a giant had been looking for something underneath the trees, but did not find it. But there was something. I saw a twinkle, a shine in the dirt, and upon closer inspection, I saw that it was a chest. A dark wooden chest with gold trimmings and a lock the size of my hand. It was an impressive lock, but no match for my mighty sledgehammer. I slammed it with all my might. Lo and behold, it opened, and it was full of dirt. Up next, Song 2 by Blur, and after that, Angela by the Lumineers. That was Tune Yards by Hold Yourself. I think that's backwards. I think it's supposed to be Hold Yourself by the Tune Yards. I'm Taylor Barr, your midnight DJ. And behold, my sheep ray! What? You don't like it? No, it doesn't kill people. Why would I... What do you mean that's not impressive? I built a ray gun that turns any living creature into a sheep. That's pretty darn impressive if you ask me. You see, it's a series of... No, I'm trying to explain it. Stop interrupting. You are not respecting me as a man of science. Thank you. So it's a series of magnets that actually launch a tiny syringe. I know what you're thinking. So it's a railgun. Yes, it's exactly a railgun. Good ear, listener. Yes, this miniature railgun sends a tiny medical-grade syringe into the target at lightning speed, hence the phrasing of ray gun. It tends to charge the air around it, creating a sort of lightning bolt effect that arcs and screams and careens through the sky. Not the best for battery life, but hey, it gets the job done. So it fires this little poison, medicine. It fires a medicine that reshapes a creature's DNA, forming them into a sheep. Now, I haven't gotten all the kinks worked out yet. I'm still bound by the square cube law in terms of mass, and in terms of accuracy, it's kind of top notch though. Whatever I hit looks exactly like a sheep. So, hire me for birthdays, I guess? No, I don't know how to change anything back. Why would you ask that? Up next, In the End by Linkin Park. And after that, Mariposa by Peachtree Rascals. But before I let you go, it's midnight, dear listener, which means it's the end of my shift. Today was a really good day. Tomorrow will be even better.